Welcome back to the channel, G Nation. Well, it's Monday morning and well, it's not sunny out, so I guess good day to do stuff inside. It was funny, last week we threw a couple videos of doing some flooring from carpet to reconditioning, refurbishing hardwood floors. And I had a bunch of calls over the weekend. Like, oh, do you do carpet? I saw your video. It's like, okay, no, we're not a carpet company. Yes, we do carpet when we're doing our installs. So it's funny, the amount of things that come up when you say the carpet question. 9 times out of 10 is, my carpet's sagging and frayed and loose. And here's, you see the wiggle. We're at a client's house here that they're getting some family in. This is one that we had done last summer, a paint exterior, so we're in doing some quick. So here you can see all the high tide lines, in the what I call them in the carpet. So the issue is that traffic flow. You think that traffic flow is always going out. This area normally doesn't get attached very well. And so outside of entrances of bathrooms and such, you always have that stretch right there. Again, to fix this, there's some easy fixes that you can do for yourself. Basically, number one, you're going to come to do some quick repairs. Take a regular pair of flat pliers, and I just literally poke down and pull up, and that releases. So we have to release one end of this carpet. We need somewhere for our stretch to go. Okay? Depending on how we're stretching, we might even have to release this side because all the little tack strips are going to hold it. You can stretch it and it just bounces back because it's under suspense. Here we have a bunch of openings. So we got the opening of the closet, opening of the closet, opening of the door. So this side has a lot of stretch in that dimension as far as that angle. So we're going to stretch this whole carpet that way. Now the one thing you can do, again, here we've got our big power stretcher, okay? You can bring a company in, normal stretch, $500-600 for a show up. Then there's a per room or per square foot charge on top of that. So the average stretch, can be $1,000. It isn't abnormal to hear that unless you find a Chuck in the truck that's willing to go across town. That's just not common anymore because they don't have the equipment. So the other is you can do the shimmy shake, the Texas two-step, where we start on one room, we take our little footsies, and we start moving the carpet all the way. Once I get down to this other end, boom, you look right there. I gathered maybe a ½ inch just off that. Then when I get to that end, I push down and I tack that. So there's a tack strip there and it's going to hold. So we can get a lot of that. You could do that at home. Now, again, you can always go and get a bump. Let's go in the other room here. I was finishing up. We already stretched this room. This room is stretched, and this is our knee kicker. So on our final aspect, we're kicking into the corners, and then we're making our attach so that our new suspended carpet is now onto the tack strip. And when we're done, we go around and we step down and we lock it. You can actually hear it. You hear the carpet going into the tack strip. That tells me that it's now attached. Just being under the molding don't mean anything. So this room's looking really good. We stretched this 4 different directions, all from the entrance. Here we're going to come in this room. We've already pulled this side here. Voila. Okay. And I'm actually looking at it and I'm thinking that I'm going to need to pull this backside, so I'm just going to lift up just like there. Okay, so now when I stretch this, I have somewhere for it to go. We want this to be our fixed side from the door, and we're going to stretch to the wall, and that'll take out that. I guarantee you for, 5 years plus, a bed was right there. So you can see the walk pattern going around it. So we're going to stretch that direction to take that out. Now the dreaded stairs, what we're going to need to do is we're going to come back in. We're going to make sure that we have permanent or positive location, because just being under that metal bar doesn't mean anything. It's possible it's not even attached sometimes. Sometimes there's a tack strip, sometimes there isn't. So we're going to come back to the stair front. We've already released this right side. Here again is our openings. and we're going to stretch this direction of the step. We're going to come to the step, and we're going to release this step right here. See? Look at that. So I can pull, I can already pull, whoa, almost went downstairs. I can pull the wiggle out just by doing that much. But again, you have to be prepared to release one side and then reattach it. So again, this is Carpet 101. You know, here we're going to be shampooing and getting this prep. The repairs and the fix-its have to be done before the shampooing. The shampooing creates memory, that hot fluid to the plastic backer, jute backer. So you want to have that stretch already done before you start introducing the cleaning, or you're not going to get as good a job. Anyway, that's some basics to doing some carpet repair. You can do it yourself. You know, I can't tell you, I've actually had my kids sit there be going, you know, doing the shimmy shake to get things tight. Have somebody stand on it. You know, these are the rudimentary aspects. Yes, you can go down to your rental store and you can get a power stretcher. You know, this bad boy will put the hurt. In fact, let's move this one around. I'm going to put a little stretch. Here we go. I'm going to make sure that my teeth. And boom. So now we have just put that whole floor under suspense. There's probably, I don't know, probably 50, 60 pounds of pressure pulling. So now we're gonna walk it out. You can even see right now, I see that bubble because it's under suspense. So we took that probably 2 inches under this stretch bar. Okay, and I'm going to leave that. I'm gonna go work in another room for a little bit. I'm gonna leave this because the memory, it's funny, the carpet starts to settle, and when I pull the stretch bar off, it'll actually not bounce back as far. So I'm actually leave that for a little bit, and I'm gonna let that be under suspense, and then I'm gonna put another, let's do this now. We can actually pull this one up, pull it up. We can move our bar over. Okay, find a nice little deal. I like to step on the head just to make sure, and put that one under suspense. So we're going to leave that a little bit. In fact, you can see the bubble. See the bubble up on the top of the head there. Okay, see that? That's the sag, and we're pulling that carpet from back this direction. We're working from the door out. I'm going to do this 3-4 times in direction to make sure that this area is tight. I know that a bed's going to go back in that area, but we want to make sure that this area pre-cleaning is nice and tight. So again, hope these basics help. A couple things you can do. You can fix things yourself. You don't have to have the big tools or go rent them. Or if you do hire someone, you know what you should be seeing. You should be seeing equipment that can stretch the carpet and the techniques that get it done. So hope this helps. If you have any questions, give us a jingle at Superior Restoration. Thanks for watching.